Doom review, what it's really worth. Doom is a first-person shooter video game developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda. Today, I'm going to be doing a full review of the game and give you guys my thoughts on what was good, what was bad, and what the game is really worth. Doom was released worldwide on Microsoft Windows, PS4, and Xbox One on May 13th, 2016. Fans have been waiting a long time for a Doom reboot, and they finally got it. In Doom, you play as the Doom Guy, or Doom Marine, whatever you would call him, who sets out to stop a demonic invasion of the UAC Mars facility and shut down the Doom portal. You fight off waves of different types of demons, from small to big, in the Mars facility and in hell. Now let's break this game down and see what was good and what was bad about it. Graphics. This game looks amazing. Definitely one of the best looking games on console and PC. On the PC, it can hit 4K graphics and running in at 60 frames per second. While on the PS4 and Xbox One, it runs 1080p at 60 frames per second. It does perform a little better on the PS4 than Xbox One with the random drops in resolution and frame rate, but nothing too noticeable. Unless you're really picky and notice that shit. Like really. Music. For me, I love the music in this game. It is so awesome and cool. Anytime you get to a wave of enemies, and then you hear that heavy rock music starting to build up and get into play. Ooh man, it just sends a chill down my spine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll play a little clip for you in case you've never heard it. Yeah, that was awesome. Story. Well, what's there really to say about it? You go in, kill demons, and stop the hell portal. Doom games never really had much of a story to them. They never really needed it. They're always a first-person shooter, kill everything kind of game. I feel that's why a lot of people who are new to the series might not have liked it so much, because most games have some kind of story to go with it that pulls people in. But if you're not used to that and expecting one from Doom, well, you're gonna be a little disappointed. Content. What Doom gives us isn't too bad for a first-person shooter nowadays. You have about a 13-hour campaign, depending on what difficulty you play it on, which isn't too bad, considering most first-person shooter games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Halo are only maybe about 8 to 10 hours. With multiplayer, you have 6 game modes, 9 maps, with DLC coming, so there will be more at some point. Now I do find that a little small, considering Call of Duty has around 12 maps that comes with the game plus DLC, and Halo as well that has about 20 maps plus DLC as well. They also have a snap map where you can create your own maps, which I think is really cool. At least that way, if you get tired of trying the multiplayer maps, you can go and try other maps that other people have created and maybe find something that you'll enjoy playing over and over again, maybe even love more than the actual multiplayer maps, who knows? Gameplay. Alright, so now for the gameplay. Now I know there's a lot of mixed emotions on this, but personally I really enjoyed it. I played it on PS4 and I find it's really smooth. I have no issues with the controls whatsoever, and it's fast. Something I'm not too used to, considering most first-person shooter games aren't as fast-paced as Doom. But that's what makes it awesome, and like the original ones. Just going around and killing demons is pretty much what I was expecting from Doom. With the added glory kill system, which makes ripping apart the demons that much more exhilarating, the runes where you can equip them to your character to improve him in certain ways, like pick up more ammo or armor shards for enemies. Demons are staggered longer for your glory kills, etc, etc. Being able to upgrade your weapon to have different characteristics to fit your style of play adds a whole new level of gameplay that I personally love. That way I have a choice in how I want to use a weapon instead of just the one way. You can also add perks to your character to improve your map or grenade cooldowns. The enemies are very well done and cool as shit. the easy possessed demons, to the cyber mancubus. It will all mess you up if you're not careful, and when you get glory kills on them and rip them apart, you get a rush like, yeah, I just fucked this bitch up. It makes you feel like a tank. Mind you, I find that the loading times for this game are pretty long, and I have no idea why it has to take so long to load when you want to switch between single player, multiplayer, and snap map. The multiplayer, in my opinion, isn't too bad, so-so. Being able to customize your character with different gear and colors you unlock while leveling up is a cool little feature. With 13 different guns you could choose from to add to your character's loadout and pickups around the map, makes every gun feel overpowered. I personally feel every gun is equal in this game in its own way. You just gotta know how to use them. Except, of course, the BFG 900. You know what I'm talking about. The maps themselves I find are done pretty well. The game modes aren't too bad. The only one I could say I don't really enjoy is Warpath. And that one you have to capture a point that's moving around the map and collect points. And a cool one that's new to me, I've never seen done, is Freeze Tag. Instead of killing your enemies, they freeze and your teammates have to unthaw you, and to win, you must freeze the entire opposite team. And last, there's the Snap Map. I've played around with it and found it very easy to use, a lot more than Far Cry 4's map editor anyways. Especially since there's a tutorial that shows you everything. You can customize your own character, different from the online multiplayer, so you can have 2 different customizable characters. And save maps you really enjoy to play later. Alright, so now let's get down to the verdict, and what I think this game is really worth paying for. Now in Canada, you're looking at about an $80 price range. I know in Canada we pay more. I'm Canadian. It sucks. And in the US, you're only looking at about $60. And that's for the hard copy, not the downloadable one. So for everything you get, 13-hour campaign, 6 game modes, 9 multiplayer maps, snap map, awesome chaotic gameplay, customizable characters and upgrades, almost like classic Doom, nostalgia reasons I suppose, but it's a little repetitive, no couch co-op, long load times, and a so-so online multiplayer. So I believe that in the US, you guys got a pretty good deal. $60 for Doom, that's not too bad. Honestly, that's a pretty good deal. But for us Canadians like myself, personally, $80 is a little much. It is. I mean, I still bought it regardless because I tried the beta and I loved it. And if you did, I'm sure you picked it up too. But if you're hesitant on buying it and you want more bang for your buck, I would honestly just wait until it's $80 or $60. Or if you want, you can just order it online in the American one for $60. I think that's actually what I did, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's what I think you should do. And at a point when, sure, you're going to get tired of the single player and all that, but I find there's a lot of replay value in it. Like, you can always go back, play it on harder difficulties, because that's the cool thing with Doom. If you play it on the really easiest one, you can still have a good time. You're like, man, I want to feel even more badass and play it on the harder difficulties, and you do. And that's what I like about the replay value in this. And you can go back, collect all the runes, all the collectibles, all the secrets, do the challenges, and there's not too many. So it's easy enough to do. And if for some reason you finally get tired of that and you don't want to play the online multiplayer anymore, then you can do the snap maps. And people are making maps all the time, so you can always find something new to play and try out. And if you do YouTube videos, you can do them, like myself, which I will be doing. So that is my final verdict. The US, $60, you guys got a good price. Us Canadians, not so much. Got a little ripped off there. But whatever. I still bought the key. I still love it. Alright guys, well I'm going to end my review there of Doom 2016. I hope you enjoyed it. And come back every Thursday when I do a new review on a new game. Now don't forget to like, subscribe. You know what's up top, so make sure you hit that shit. And check out some of my other videos on the side. You know, there should be 3 of them. And some of my other stuff. You know, you'll probably enjoy some of those. I do gameplays. And you know, just enjoy my shit. You know what you gotta do, and you know how to do it. Peace out, guys. Cha!